Welcome back to another video. I'm here to give you guys a quick update since I know the last video I mentioned we're going to try to get it running at the end of the month, which I believe is in January. So this is just going to update you guys on what I've been doing, the delays, all that stuff. If you guys know anything about this channel, it's that whenever I make a deadline, I do not meet it. So in future videos, if I ever say it's going to be done this week, just know it's probably going to be a month or two or 6 or a year like this whole project has taken. So to start, I went on a trip to Japan. I did a bunch of fun stuff. I've been living life, kind of put the car on the back burner because as you guys have heard in my previous videos, I don't want the car to feel like a chore that I have to do. When I work on it, I want to enjoy it. And I was just enjoying other things, to be honest. Yes, this was always in the back of my mind and I would love to drive it, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sacrifice, other plans in my life and miss out on those things because I'm stuck here working in the garage on this car. And then to summarize, in a previous video, I said I don't ever want this to be like, oh dang, I have to work on my car. I want it to be like, oh, like an escape. So we put it on the back burner. My last video, I think I had mentioned I had to send some stuff off to be powder coated. I had to figure out the alternator situation. Since I have a 1.6, I needed to run the 1.8 setup because I'm running the fluid damper. And so we got that set up. We got everything powder coated. I'll show you guys in a second. It's really cool. Then, as you guys know, this whole build started because I wanted to do a wire tuck. And I will be straightforward with you guys. I haven't been working on it because I've been scared of the wiring because I have zero skills with wiring. And, as a project, I took it on thinking like, oh, this won't be too bad. But in the back of my head, wiring is pretty serious. I guess I was just worried that if I wire it wrong, it's going to be horrible and I'm going to ruin it. So I put that off and I'm finally at a place now that I'm ready to dive into it. And I'll show you. I filmed some clips in the past few weeks just of me working on it slowly, cutting the wiring loom up, like taking out the airbag wires and stuff. Even that, I was like stressed and I had the whole manual out and everything. I was messaging people like, bro, help. So that was a whole project in itself. And now I'm at a point where I realized that I'm not going to go completely through the wiring harness because I do want to get it running and make sure it works before I start trying to pull different pieces out. And I still do want to build a custom harness, but later on in the build, I want to get this thing running, as I say every video. So we are ready to start tucking the wires. And even that has been like stressful because, this engine bay looks so beautiful. And I didn't really have a plan for how I was going to tuck the wires. Like I thought like, okay, I'm going to put it through the fenders, which a lot of people do. But actually doing it, is a whole different story than me just thinking, yeah, I'm going to run it through the fenders. It'll be easy. So I think I have somewhat of a plan now, which I'll share with you guys. And yeah, so that is a quick little update. I'll show you some things right now that I've been working on and where I'm at. And yeah, so thank you guys for sticking around. Let's get into the car parts. So this is the state that it's in. I just attached the turbo housing, reattached the oil line, and I am figuring out my intercooler piping since I did, change the setup a little bit. As you guys can see, just messing with different options for fitment. Shouldn't be too hard, but I don't weld. I think this is like aluminum, so some people might say like, oh, it's easy, just do it, but we're not doing that. We're gonna look at different couplers and stuff just to get it working. But my intercooler piping is also powder coated to match the valve cover, so that's cool. Next up, we got the 1.8 alternator, and a mix up with that is, I think, like beyond the 94, don't quote me on this, I think the 94 to 96 alternator is interchangeable with the any 1.6 alternator. And I had ordered one, but the company that I ordered it through sent me one from a 2002, which is not the same because those are regulated by the ECU. So that was annoying. But I got the mounting bracket. It's just the OEM mounting bracket that the 1/8s use, and so got that installed. So happy about that. And oh yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I went over this in another video, so one sec, let me put it on. So if you guys remember in my previous video, I mentioned that the intake manifold was having some fitment issues. The throttle body wouldn't allow the hood to close, and we ended up having a fuel rail fitment issue. So I sent that off. Long story short, he fabbed me up some straight runners, which I love how it looks, and I couldn't be happier with it. And he got it to me in record time. And go ahead and check the Instagram post that I made if you want more info about that or where to pick this up. But it's just mocked up for right now. We still need to run the alternator wires and the wires that go under there, and we'll hopefully do that today. We got the intercooler piping mocked up. Obviously, since the intake manifold sits lower, my current setup is not going to fit, so I do have to make some changes to the intercooler piping down there. This side looks good for now. I just ran a elbow off of the turbo, and then I put a little straight pipe in here and then an elbow onto the lower intake pipe, which, like I said, this is fine for now. I'll change the setup once everything gets running and all that, but this will work for now. For this side, I think that because currently down here at the bottom we have the intake air temperature sensor bung right here, which doesn't allow me to move it further inward. But I'm thinking I can just chop this pipe up, and that will accomplish allowing it to sit further this way. And then of course I can just push this pipe down, and I'm pretty sure that will work. And I think I can put that sensor on the Chatham CNC intake manifold. There's so many ports on here that I can tap into for any sensor or any vacuum or anything. So pretty sure I can do that. I don't want to do it yet. I want to make sure 100% before I cut that intercooler piping, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work. For the blow-off valve, we're running the HKS, I think it's like the SSQV. I picked this up when I was in Japan. It was a lot cheaper than it is if I was to order it. I was running an older version, probably like the first version of this on the build before. I had it from a previous Honda Civic Si that I owned, so it was dated. It was probably leaking, so this is nice. A little upgrade for this build. This filter, I guess you could say, when I was in Japan, just because it was cheap. Not sure if I'm going to run it. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it'll fit, but it will be nice if it does. And if not, then I will probably just give it to someone at a meet. Some other things, we have a high-powered fan from Chase Bays that I'm going to be running since I'm going to be running a singular fan. We got the radium fuel rail setup. We got some new injectors, and that's just extra wire in case I do need to extend some wires. But the parts are dwindling down, thankfully. And we do have to run the fuel lines, but I'm going to wait until I'm running the wires under the car because I don't want to have to go under there multiple times. So once I get to that point, I'm going to take the fuel lines with me. Perfect example of why the wiring terrifies me is this giant mess in here. So at a large glance, it's overwhelming, but I pretty much just have to do it. Like, I can't just stare at it and hope it gets fixed. All right, so the initial plan was I was going to run the wires through the car up here to the fender, but then I realized that it won't be smart to have it sitting in the wheel well. So I'm going to be drilling a bigger hole to extend the hole that's already in the transmission tunnel and feed the wires through there, and that will solve pretty much all my problems because it's going to give me more than enough room to route it back to the battery, as well as keep them hidden up here and come up here to the starter. And I guess the only concern is I'll have wires down there, so if I ever need to pull the engine, I'll just have to be careful. That's my initial thoughts. So that is what we're going to go with. Go more into the depth with that in the next video. It's too hot right now. The camera's overheating. So all of that to say that I'm back working on it and we're pushing forward, and I hope it's not much longer. Again, my deadlines are all over the place, so I'm not going to set one. So we'll see. There's a lot of meets coming up, and I for sure am going to Miata reunion. So if you guys are going, I'd love to see y'all, meet y'all. It's always funny going to meets, and it's like I don't even know this guy's name, but I know their car and their Instagram handle. I'm sure you guys can relate. But we'll see. So thank you guys for stopping by. It's a little update for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you hopefully soon in the next one.